Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Today we are going to talk about some blushes. 2024 has been a year of blush explosion. I will tell you how many blushes have been launched this year. The amount is staggering. If you have been on track and if you have checked out Trend Mood's page over the year, you must have also noticed how many blushes have launched this year. So today we are going to talk about some new blushes from 2024 so far, which I have purchased, and I'm going to share my thoughts on these blushes. And probably in the next video we'll talk about all the blushes which have launched in 2024. It's going to be a long one, but for now let's begin with today's video. After coming to New York, I have not been able to upload videos consistently. Hopefully going forward I will be more consistent, but I do keep track of all the makeup which is being launched. I do visit Sephora on and off. I don't buy a lot of makeup these days, but I do keep track, and I do keep track especially from the Trend Moods page. I have counted how many blushes have been launched this year, and this is just from Trend Moods page. Brands which are promoting their products on Trend Mood, I don't know how many more are there in the world this year from other brands who probably have not been put up on Trend Mood. So from Trend Mood's page alone, there have been 77 blush launches this year. This include liquid, cream, powder blushes. Can you imagine 77 blushes? I mean, it's practically not possible for us to try and test out everything. So I have just picked and chose some of them which I liked. Blushes are something that, you know, if you just buy one in one color, you're good for the rest of the year, or maybe two also, because blushes don't get used up that often unless and until there is some interesting new formula, some interesting new colors, then only you're going to buy a new blush. So it's not possible to try 77. However, I have bought so far 6 of them. I have seen that holiday launches have already started coming up. So I don't think brands will be launching any more new products, blushes especially. Let's hope not. But let's see if they launch, and if it's something interesting, I will definitely review on my channel. I think let's start off with the powder products, powder blushes. Those are your OG blushes, the powder blushes. Now, of course, there are different kind of blush formulas. So this year there have been 28 powder blush launches. Just powder blushes alone, and I got just one because I do have a lot of shades, but I am eyeing a few more brands which I probably will try out. I got one from Rare Beauty, so I have done a video on Rare Beauty, full face of Rare Beauty makeup, where I have actually reviewed this blush. This is the powder blush in the Soft Pinch Luminous powder blush. This is a glowy blush, and probably that's why I got it. The formula was something unique. This is how the packaging looks like. It's a very like a standard Rare Beauty packaging, very classic. And I got the shade Truth, which is like a mauvey rose tone. It's a very, very, very pretty shade. Packaging is great. There is a small mirror as well. It's quite travel friendly. It's quite lightweight. You get 2.8 grams of product. It's made in Italy and it's good for 12 months. So this is a Luminous blush. It's very, very smooth formulation. This is how this one looks like. I'll try to give you a little bit more close-up swatch, but you can see the glowiness of it, and I just bought this blush just for this glowiness. I'll try to give you a quick swatch here too. But my hand skin tone is a little bit different than my cheeks, but this is how you will get it on this kind of a skin tone. This will suit a lot of skin tones. If you are a little bit more fair, apply judiciously, but if you have a deeper skin tone, this will also look gorgeous. It has a very fine, smooth glow. There is not like glittery glow. It's very smooth, very fine. There is no shimmer, chunky glitter or anything. I don't know how they have done it. I really like this blush formula, and they have I think 6 shades if I'm not wrong. So they have 6 more shades. They have a peach, they have like few pinks, and they have a nice terracotta shade which I think I will like to try in Sephora and see if that's what something which I would like. So let's apply this one. I'll just show you on one of my cheeks, this blush. It applies very smoothly and it's quite nicely pigmented, so don't go crazy over it. I have taken too much here just to show you the color, and it's super glowy as well. The pigmentation is very good, so apply with caution. Apply a little bit first and then build up. And can you see the glow? It's really glowy. So if you like glowy blushes, you are definitely going to like this formula, because this doesn't have any chunkiness or glitteriness. It's very smooth glow, and it's kind of like a blush and highlighter together. Okay guys, so I have just cleaned up my face, apply a little bit of foundation again, and we'll go into the next category, which are the cream blushes. So there have been 31 new cream blush launches, and I think there are a few more because I didn't see some of the drugstore ones on the Trend Moods page. So there could be a few more, but yeah, there have been 31 cream blush launches, and I have tried 3 of them so far. So let's go on and see the 3 which I have tried. The first one is from Patrick Ta. This is their Double Take Crème and Powder Blush. Now this is not a new launch. This has been not launched this year, but this is a new shade which was launched this year, which I purchased. I have always been really interested in trying this brand, Patrick Ta. I want to try the foundation, the new foundation which has launched. I think that is something which I'm eyeing. So this is how the packaging is, and this is how the blush looks like. So this is the shade She's the Moment. So this is a new shade which was launched this year. There were 3 shades which launched this year. There was a very nice neutral, I think You Are Enough or She's Enough or something like that. That's the shade name. I really want to get that, but this is the one which I got. This is like a nice peachy coral, like a coral shade, peachy corally pink color. This is how it looks like. So this is how the blush is. So there is a powder blush and a cream blush. There is kind of a flap, tiny little protective flap here for the cream, and I really like the packaging. It's very luxe. The blush is also pretty expensive. I think it was $38 if I'm not wrong, and they have a lot of shades from the previous launches. I just checked the Sephora website. There are 12 shades in this blush, and I really like the shade range. There are a lot of different tones and intensity of the blushes, and I really like the quality of this. The cream, it just blends so nicely, and the powder is also so good on its own. You can apparently layer the 2 products as well. If you want a lot of color payoff, they recommend layering the powder with the cream for that glossy finish. I personally don't really layer and use. I just use the cream and then layer it with the powder if needed, but that's how I use it. It's very creamy and richly pigmented. It's not super lightweight though. It's kind of has a thicker texture and it blends out effortlessly. And this is the powder one, which you can layer on top of this. Gives you that nice pink peachy glow. Okay, so let's apply on the cheeks also. I'll just show you. I really like how it just melts into the skin. It's beautiful, and it gives that, glow from within, blush from within kind of a look. It's very easy to blend out. Appropriate for the summer also, although the summer is going away very quickly here, but I used it in the summer. I got this quite some time back. And if you want to top it off with the powder, I'll just show you that as well. Although they recommend the other way around. They recommend apply powder, then top it up with the cream for that glowy finish. We'll do a little bit of powder on top. And then blend it out. That's how I apply if I apply both products together. And there is no patchiness or anything whenever you apply both the products together. At least I haven't seen that patchiness. It doesn't lift up the foundation as well. Okay. So that's how the face looks with this. By the way, it stays on the face for a really long time. It's a really nice long wearing blush as well. Next we have another cream blush which I have tried this year, is from MAC. This is the MAC Cushiony Blush Glow Play Cushiony Blush. I have not used this too much. I have just got it last month, so I won't be able to tell you on the longevity of the blush, how it wears, but I can show you the swatch and I can tell you about the formula. So this is the MAC blush. This is how the packaging looks like. It's a very nice packaging. It's acrylic kind of a packaging, see-through packaging, but it's nice and fun. I really liked it, and it's heavy. It's not like super light or flimsy. It's quite luxe, but it looks kind of, you know, cheap, but it's not. It feels good in the hand. Okay, so I got the shade Heat Index. These are the Glow Play Cushiony Blush, and this is also very similar to the previous one I have got. This is more pink. It's also a corally pink, more watermelon pink kind of a shade. Little bit more pink and coral. This one was more peach and coral. You can see the difference. Okay, it's quite different. This has more peachiness in it, and this one has more pink. So this formulation, I would say, is like a cream to powder kind of a formula. It is kind of that, you know, if you press here, it's kind of little bit bouncy. It's that putty kind of a material. You know, if you press it, it feels like, you know, soft and cushiony, and it's supposed to be fingertip friendly, or you have to apply it with a dense brush. So I applied with my fingertip. It's very, very easy to use, and you get a very nice application. So this is how it will look on the skin tone. Both the blushes which I have shown you just now, Patrickta, this one, even the previous one, they will look really, really good on deeper skin tone as well. It's very easy to apply. I use my fingertips. It doesn't have a mirror, so that's something. So I need a mirror here. And it's not like intense pigmentation at first go. It's very like beginner friendly. It's not going to give you a lot of pigment at one go. You can layer it up how much intense you want and use your fingers, and it will blend out super nicely. I have applied a ton of blush right now. This is not the amount I applied, but just to show you the shade, I have applied this much, and you can see there's a slight bit of that glowiness to it. It's not completely like a matte cream blush. There's a slight bit of that silkiness to it. On top of this, I don't think you will need a powder or a powder blush. I think it's good just like that. Little bit of the luminosity will still peek through the blush. You can see it's not super intense. So if you like something creamy and you want a subtle shine, probably you can consider this one. I have tried just one shade, so I can speak for one shade. This is the shade Heat Index, which is giving me that nice little bit of that luminosity. Let's try the next blush in line. This is something which I have not yet tried. This is pretty new. I got it probably 3 weeks back, and I didn't really get the time to test it out. So this is the Pat McGrath Divine Blush Legendary Color Glow Color Balm, and I've got the shade which I can't pronounce, Fleurotique. I think that's how you pronounce it. I really love this packaging, the Divine Blush packaging. Okay, I have the Divine blushes in powder form as well, which are pretty nice. They're not my favorite, but they're pretty good. So this is the cream version of it. It's a stick version. Such a lovely pink packaging, like a baby pink, corally baby pink packaging. I have just swatched it so far. I have not applied it on my face. I'll apply it today. This is how the color looks like. It's sort of like a rose color. It says it's a soft buildable color, dewy luminous finish, lightweight non-sticky feel, flatters all skin tone, and it is a multifunctional product. That's why I had got it. It's a multifunctional product. You can apply on the lips as well. Infused with squalene, passion fruit extract, and shea butter, free of silicone, parabens, sulfates, and all those things. And it's vegan. 7 grams of product in here. Okay, so this is a cool pink, and this is how the shade is. It's not like overly pigmented at the first go, so it's very easy to manipulate and apply and layer. This is how it looks like. Very soft, cool pink color. Pinks I have a lot in powder, so I don't really buy pinks a lot. So I forced myself to get like a pink shade, and it's a really nice pink shade, little bit muted, I would say. And I also got recently, I think last week, the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Divine Blush Brush. So this is how the Pat McGrath brush looks like. There was a sale on the website, so that's why I got it. Otherwise these are pretty expensive, but it's super soft. I don't know how it's going to apply this cream blush, which feels a lot dense. It's not like the MAC blush I showed you, which is pretty airy and fluffy. It just went on very smoothly. I'm not sure how it's going to apply. Let's see. Let's apply it on the face. Oh wow, it blended pretty nicely. I didn't think this brush would be able to blend this dense product out, but it's also blended away most of the product, so I have to apply a bit more. Oh, it's nice, it's pretty. It's a more muted rose, and it's not too intense. It's a very everyday friendly color, I feel. I think this is the more subtle of all the shades I've got so far. I am pleasantly surprised. It's not very difficult to blend. So I think that's about it. I think if I apply it with my finger than the brush, it's going to be more. Let's apply here. I think it's going to be more easier to apply, and you'll get a better color payoff if you apply it with a finger. Wow, you can layer this blush on and on and on. It doesn't look too much. That's a great thing. It's very buildable, I think. And there's a nice glow to it. If you want to keep it this way, you can. I will apply a little bit of powder. But that's how this Pat McGrath blush in the shade Fleurotique looks like. Okay, let's move on to liquid blushes. That's the next category. This year it has been quite big for liquid blushes as well. From Trendmood's page, I have counted 18 liquid blush launches, both high-end and drugstore, and that's quite a lot of liquid blushes. Liquid blushes are a little bit tricky, but I think a lot of brands are experimenting, and probably people are liking liquid blushes, so that's why many brands are coming out with these products. I have got two. One is from ABH. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blurring Serum Blush. Like I already mentioned before, I need something different, something unique to try blushes. So this one said Blurring Serum Blush. So I was a little bit intrigued, and that's why I got it. I got the shade Peach, like I mentioned. And I've actually already posted a short on this blush. So do keep a track on my shorts feed as well. I do post a lot of swatches in my shorts. So this is a moisture packed high coverage liquid blush with a blurred finish. It's an innovative formula enriched with niacinamide and pomegranate peels extract. This is how the packaging looks like. It's a tube packaging. It's a very cute packaging. 9.5 ml of product in this. So there's a lot of product in this. I don't know if you are ever finished this up. So this is how the nozzle looks like. There is a very fine nozzle. If you have seen my shorts, you have seen that you cannot apply too much of this blush. Okay, it's very pigmented, so be very mindful of how much you're applying. This is how the shade looks like. It's very creamy gel like. Also, it's not super liquidy. This is how the shade looks like. It's like a coral peach shade. It's very similar to the Patrick Ta shade. Let me apply on my cheeks, and it settles like pretty quickly, quicker than the other ones, because it has to give like a natural matte finish on the skin. It doesn't take too much time to settle down, so you don't have to apply powder on this. It's like very self-setting kind of a blush, and it's a beautiful product. So just to be a little bit quick so that you can blend it out. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's the only thing to keep in mind in this, that you have to blend it out little bit quickly, work it little bit quickly. Let's see if it's buildable. Okay, so I'll try to apply a little bit more. The previous layer has settled on somewhat. Not too much though. I'll apply a little bit more. Yeah, if you have this kind of a motion, like a tapping motion, don't rub on it. If you have a tapping motion, it has a nice buildability as well. And it looks very nice. It's very natural. It looks like it's, gelled with the skin so beautifully. And this one doesn't have too much of a glow. It's a pretty natural matte kind of a finish. Okay guys, now we are down to the last blush, which is another liquid blush. This is the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush. When it had launched, I had made a mental note in my mind that I want to get one of these shades because it looks so good. And usually Hourglass products are really good. It's super expensive, but I think it's worth a splurge because the formulation I really liked. I have used this a couple times and it's just so beautiful. I got the shade Vision, by the way, which is like a true rose shade. So I got a lot of coral shades. So from Hourglass, I wanted to get something which is more like everyday friendly. So that's why I got this. This is the blush. Look at the packaging. It's just so pretty. This is how the packaging looks like. Hourglass packaging, they are always super luxe. It had very good ratings on Sephora, by the way. Usually I don't really read reviews before buying makeup. I buy things which I like and form my own opinions so that I can give them to you. It had pretty good ratings on Sephora, so I thought it should be good. Especially for expensive products, I just at least see the ratings if it's good enough. So this is how the packaging looks like, and you have to press the behind. Like this you don't have to press. Behind you have to press just a tad bit to get the blush out. And this is more liquidy than the ABH formula. ABH one has more of a gel-like texture. This is a little bit more liquidy. So this one just blends into the skin. I'll just give you a quick swatch. Okay, you can see how liquidy it is. Okay, and this takes some time to settle. It's not like the ABH one, which settles very quickly. And this one is more like you're applying liquid and it just getting absorbed into the skin. I just love this formula. It's so easy to apply. That's it. And you get this beautiful, blush from within kind of a glow. And it's super lightweight also. This doesn't completely set on the face like very intensely like the ABH one, so you do have to set it with a little bit of powder if you want it to last longer. Just a tiny bit of the Hourglass powder I think will do. I'll take a little bit more and apply on both sides of the face because this is going to be my blush for this look. It's so beautiful. I want more shades. There is like a terracotta shade which I really liked in there also. This one I haven't really tested out too much though. I have not worn it for long hours, so I won't be able to tell you how long it will wear, but probably in future videos I can let you know. Okay, and I will set this with my Hourglass powder. That's how I usually apply. This gives such a nice glow. There is a glow to the skin. This subtle glow is beautiful. So I don't want to apply too much of powder, but just a slight bit just to set the blush. Okay, I had applied a lot of blush, but after setting it with a slight bit of powder, it has mellowed down and it looks much more natural right now. And you can still see there's a slight bit of that glow, but I do have powder on, so I'm hoping it will last much longer on the face. I will definitely update you guys if I have further thoughts on this blush, but right now I just love it. I love how it just blends with the skin. It just gets absorbed and gives such a beautiful natural flush on the cheeks. The lipstick, by the way, is not a lipstick, it's a gloss. So I have a ColourPop lip liner in the shade Hoopty, which I have all over my lips, and I have this Kiko Milano gloss, which I am loving these days. The Kiko Milano 3D Hydra Lip Gloss in the shade 21. It's such a beautiful gloss, a must-have gloss. It's so beautiful. This is how it looks like, and it gives just a beautiful shine without feeling too sticky. And that's about it. That's the video for today. Those are all the blushes from 2024 which I have purchased and tried. Some I tried for the first time with you in this video. Do let me know if you have tried any of this or any other blush which you think I should try and you will highly recommend. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new here, I really hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again really soon in my next one. Bye.